It's Sunday, August 9th, 2020. Before I start the video today, I want to remind everybody to come over to my Patreon channel. I just dropped another video today, so come over, check that out. It really helps to support this channel, and that platform gives me a little bit more freedom to talk about some issues that I can't do here. So please come over to Patreon, check that out. Really appreciate everybody who has already come over and subscribed to it. But I want to get right into it today. I want to recap a little bit about what took place yesterday, the executive order. The president has now reduced the $600 bonuses to $600. Congress could not come together, so the president signed executive order yesterday. So people out of work are going to be receiving $400 bonuses instead of $600 bonuses. He's going to defer student loan payments through 2020, extend the federal rent moratorium on evictions, and establish a payroll tax holiday through the end of the year. Now, this could be challenged by the Dems, but I think it would be political suicide if they did that. But this is just telling you and I what kind of condition this economy is in. We're extending unemployment benefits. We've got $400 bonuses, student loan deferment. I mean, all this. And I still have to ask myself, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that have big trouble, need help. There's no doubt about that. But who is going to pay for all this? We've got 32.1 million people out of work, and we know that that number is much, much bigger than that. But officially, the number is 32.1 million and climbing. And we're looking at $400 a week for every one of these people, plus unemployment benefits. This is just staggering, these numbers. We are tossing around trillions of dollars now like it's nothing. We are creating so much massive debt. This is going to have such negative repercussions on this country, on your life, on my life, on your kids' life. We are all going to pay a huge toll for this. The New York Fed said 88% of student loan borrowers, including private loan borrowers and federal family education loan borrowers, had a scheduled payment of zero, meaning at least 88% of student loans in some form are presently in forbearance. I mean, nobody is paying for anything now. We don't even know how bad things are right now in this economy. We know that they're bad, but how bad, we don't even know. We look at student loans, auto loans, credit card debt, mortgages, rents. They're all in some type of deferral program. So we have no idea, no accurate number to even say. We don't even know for sure how many people are unemployed. And with all of the cooking of the books and all the manipulation of these numbers, we have no idea where we're at right now, how bad it really is. But I would probably have to believe that things are much worse than we even think that they are. Everything is current, even though no one is making a payment. That's where we're at right now. That's how manipulated things are. There's no delinquencies. Everything's current because everything is in some deferral or some forbearance. So very, very crazy times. 5.9% of the $1.34 trillion in auto loans are now in forbearance. That's nearly $80 billion of loans in forbearance. Lenders are exposing themselves to greater losses when they finally have to deal with these delinquencies because cars lose value. They lose value every day. The vehicle becomes less and less, has less and less value as they age. Loan balance grows as collateral declines. So when this all gets sorted out, let's say a year or two from now, when banks have millions of cars they have to repossess, and these cars are a couple years old, they're not worth what people owe. on these loans. So they're going to really expose themselves, put themselves in a very, very, very bad position. Wells Fargo reported something I found very interesting. They reported $44 billion of consumer loans are in deferral as of the second quarter of 2020. And of that $44 billion, $35 billion is in mortgages. And of those mortgages, 12% of the first mortgages that they're carrying are in forbearance. 10% of its second mortgages are in forbearance. 7.8% of all home mortgages are currently in forbearance. But you look at the numbers that Wells Fargo is reporting, staggering. But again, 7.8%, nearly 8% of all home mortgages are currently in forbearance. According to the New York Fed, $730 billion in mortgages are in forbearance. That's $750 billion. $6 billion a month are being deferred. $400 bonuses and $1,200 stimulus checks, ladies and gentlemen, is not going to make this go away. It is not going to fix the problem. They are doing everything they can to put off the inevitable, but I'm here to tell you today on this beautiful Sunday evening, coming to you from Palm Desert, California, they are not going to be able to put it off much longer. We are going to see incredible times in America, and they are not going to be very good times. Prepare for very, very dark times in America. Here's an article on CNBC. Kevin O'Leary, don't spend money on things like coffee if you're paying off debt. That's the key to financial success, paying off the debt. And now that unemployment benefits have been extended, now that the bonuses are coming back, yes, they're not 600, but they're 400. So here in California, if you're getting, $450 a week in unemployment, another 400, you're getting $850 a week and not even working. Again, I don't know if that really encourages people to stay home and not work, because $850 a week is more than most people are making, if you can believe that. But the stimulus checks are coming, the bonuses are coming, and if I can stress one thing in this video today, don't get suckered in to buying big screen TVs and Nikes and $5 and $7 lattes at Starbucks, or signing up for Netflix or signing up to the Disney Channel. Listen, if you are getting unemployment and you're getting these bonuses and you get a $1,200 stimulus check, it is critical right now that you be very, very careful with that money. You need to have some cash put away, you need to have an emergency fund put away, because it's not going to last forever. And we are seeing inflation now starting to really tick up. Every time you go to the grocery store, I don't think I have to tell anybody out there, the price of meat, poultry, fish, a loaf of bread, a box of cereal, it is getting more and more expensive. Too many people out there are not prepared, and even the people who say they're prepared are not prepared for what's coming. And look, I'm guilty. I'm doing the best that I can to prepare, but there's no way I'm 100% prepared for what's coming, just to be honest. And I think most people who believe that they are only fooling themselves. This thing is going to be so enormous. It's going to be so hard hitting, and it's going to drag out for so long. I think most people are just fooling themselves if they believe they're really 100% prepared for what's coming. I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm going to continue to do the best that I can to prepare for this. But I don't think anybody is going to be 100% prepared for what we're going to see take place. But one thing you can do is cut out the Starbucks, cut out the $7 lattes, cut out the Netflix, cut out the Disney Channel, cut out the video games, the cartoons, the smoking weed. You can cut all this out. Cut out the cable, cut things out of your life that don't really matter right now. This is the time to get in survival mode. And if you have an income coming in, if you're working a couple side hustles, you got to be really smart right now. This is not the time to be spending money. This is the time to be putting money away. It's the time to be putting assets away. This is the time to be putting preparations like food and water and security and things like that away for what's coming, because you're not going to get a do-over. Once this thing opens up, it is not going to go away. Once this genie is out of the bottle, it is over. There's no going back. There's no more time to prepare. So do the best that you can. Even if you don't have a lot of money, you can still take a little bit and go buy some canned food, some bottled water, go buy some more brass, go buy some emergency products, go buy a trauma kit, go buy a first aid kit. Just do a little bit. A little bit every week will add up. Second $1,200 stimulus checks could be coming for many, but unfortunately it will not cover rent. This is on CNBC. This is not even going to cover the median monthly rent payment for Americans. This is going to be so ugly. It is so hard right now for people. The government now is having to give everybody money to keep this whole thing going, to keep this patient on life support. The government now has got to give everybody money. And this propaganda that the unemployment rate is 10.2% or 10.7% or whatever propaganda they're giving us now, that is a bunch of baloney. We know that there are 40 million people out of work. From the comments down below, many of you think it's 50, even 60 million people out of work. When you take into account also how many people are getting wage cuts, or they're having their hours slashed, or they're having to work maybe 20, 30 hours a week. And you look at wages and you look at inflation, this is really getting dangerous. I look at the rent in Orange County. You can get a dumpy apartment in Orange County built in the 70s, and that's going to run you around $1,800 a month. San Francisco County, $1,805 a month. Fairfax, Virginia County, $1,851 a month. Nantucket County, Massachusetts, $1,765 a month. These are and I guarantee you, these are dumpy apartments, probably even one bedrooms. You're not going to get a one bedroom in even a decent area in North Orange County, California for $1,800. That's going to get more into about $2,100, $2,200, and that's going to be something built in the 70s, just old, not even central area. You're going to have a box unit in the wall. That's what you get for $2,100 for a 2-bedroom in Orange County, California. I don't know how people are doing it. I have to be quite honest with you. I do not know right now how the average person is surviving in America. And when we look at how far behind everybody's getting in rent, in mortgage payments, and car loans, and credit card payments, student loans, and it doesn't even count because everybody's deferring their payments. So we don't even know how bad this really is. Millions of Americans are worried they won't be able to make even the minimum payments on their credit cards. This is also on CNBC today. So if you can't make a minimum payment on your credit card, how do you feed your family with 2 kids? Really unbelievable. But we're going to continue to watch more massive debt creation. That's a guarantee. Nobody needs a crystal ball for that, but we are going to continue to see more stimulus, and more stimulus, more debt creation, more debasement of our currency. And this only means, in my humble opinion, that gold and silver are going to go much higher. And in my humble opinion, not giving financial advice here, but sharing with you what I'm doing, when I see what they're doing to the dollar, it's making me have to exit dollars and get into hard, tangible assets like gold and silver, the 2 most undervalued assets on planet Earth. And I was reading in the comments, people saying, "Oh, $2,000 for gold. It's just out of control. It's too much." You haven't seen anything yet. We are going to see gold, we're going to see silver go to numbers we never thought conceivable. But how can we not believe that when we see what they're doing, the damage that they're doing to the currency, to the US dollar right now? Look, gold has absolutely destroyed the dollar for years, and it is going to bury the dollar. The only thing that's going to have purchasing power is going to be assets like gold and like silver. So I think We're going to see metals have a very, very good week. They should surge. They should soar this week on this news that I'm reading to you right now. I'm not saying that they're going to, because we know how these markets are rigged and manipulated. We know how they're doing everything in their power to hold gold and silver down, but they're having a very hard time doing it. But I do believe that the metals do soar this week, because the biggest threat to America, the biggest threat to you and I, is debt. And I believe this is the time to bet against the debt, protect yourself from this massive debt creation, and make sure you got some gold and some silver. Most of all, make sure you have security and you have food and you have water. But financially, you need to be betting against this debt. You need to be your own central bank. You have no idea what you may wake up to one morning if we see banks closing, ATMs closing, bail-ins. Anything is possible now. All it takes is one event, and this country is going to be spiraling out of control even more than it is right now. We just saw what happened in Lebanon. If you think that can't happen here, you are really living under a rock, and you may need some help. But I do believe we're going to see some really crazy events coming to America. They're going to unfold in America, and I think that it's going to have a huge economic imprint on America. So we're really one event away from something really, really huge unfolding here in America and really plunging this economy. That's it. That's all it's going to take is one big explosion, and it's going to be a different place. This economy is so fragile. It is so fragile, ladies and gentlemen. One event is all it's going to take, and America is going to be in very, very big trouble. So I want to give everybody a good warning out there. I do believe that we're going to see things really heating up in America, politically, socially, and economically in September on. And I think it will carry on into 2021. So we're in a new place here. It's a new world, and it's going to be a very, very dangerous one. So make sure you are preparing accordingly. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. If you are subscribed, make sure you hit the bell notification down below so that you are alerted with the newest video. So I'm going to leave it there today. Have a very, very safe week. Be careful out there. God bless every one of you. Use your time wisely. Continue preparations. If you're on the fence about any of this, do your own due diligence. Do a little bit of homework. I'm really, really praying that you wake up, because I care about everybody. Even the people who judge me, criticize me, make fun of me, I care about you, because I don't want to see even those people get hurt, because they don't have an understanding. They have been programmed, they have been manipulated, they have been brainwashed, and so I actually feel really sorry for a lot of those people, because they're going to wake up one day and they're going to regret that they didn't listen to people like you or people like me. And their kids, their family members, they're going to pay a severe price for their ignorance. So if you're one of those people who just wants to judge and make fun, hey, you're welcomed here. It's still somewhat of a free country. But I'm praying for you that you wake up and wake up quickly, because I don't want to see you or your family or your friends harmed. This is the time to wake up. It's a time to act. It's a time to prepare. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for watching. God bless you all. Make sure you're praying for America, and we'll talk very soon.